Welcome to the Porn Reboot podcast, where you get practical tips to gaining control over your porn or sex addiction. We help ambitious men end their out-of-control sexual behavior with pornography, sex, and masturbation so that you can maximize your life, perform at your potential, and remain in control in the driver's seat, which is where you have to be in order to gain or maintain the success you want in life. I'm your host, J.K. Emezi, certified sex and porn addiction recovery coach. Welcome to the episode.
There are 3 months left this year, October, November, December. And at the beginning of this year, were you one of those men who told yourself that this was the year that you controlled your behavior with pornography? Was this the year you told yourself that you were going to have more intimacy or date more? Was this the year you told yourself you were going to get yourself in shape and have that ideal body? Was this the year you told yourself that you were going to start that side hustle, or you were going to save this much, or you were going to make this much? Was this the year you told yourself you were going to get yourself a therapist, that you were going to do something adventurous, travel, move to a new state, move to a new country, start a martial art? I'm asking you because this time of the year is when I hear crickets from men. I've been running Elevated Recovery for 12 years now. And at the beginning of every year, I hear it all. And then around this time of the year, there's like a quiet quitting going on. It's already been happening. There's a push during the summer, and then men realize that, oh, I'm probably not going to hit my goal. The crazy thing is that it isn't really a realization. It's more of a lack of accountability, a lack of measurement. You just stop measuring, and you just assume that it is going to be impossible for you to accomplish your goals. Well, if any of your goals this year were connected to your out-of-control behavior, I don't care whether it's intimacy, I don't care whether it's more discipline or more focus, I don't care what it is. If pornography and your behaviors associated with it and the emotions that you are medicating and trying to feel better about, if it is connected to your compulsive behavior, I have a question for you. For the next 3 months, are you ready for a new adventure? Are you ready to stop viewing pornography and compulsively masturbating for not just a few months or a few years, forever? Now that feels daunting, doesn't it? It feels almost impossible, perhaps unrealistic. In fact, you're not even confident you actually want to quit forever. It feels better to know that, you can still watch pornography on occasion without worrying that you'll fall down the slippery slope to the same problematic binging habits that brought you here listening to my podcast in the first place. Well, I got good news for you. When you follow the simple, proven process that my clients have been following for years, you will enjoy a lifetime of power over pornography, a power that very few men possess, the power of sexual control, the power of one of the greatest self-disciplines a man can ever possess. It is the same process that helped my client Mike go from binging on pornography every week to not even thinking about pornography. It is the same system that helped my client Luke get to deeper intimacy with his wife and address his childhood trauma, which played a role in his behavior. It helped Daniel deal with the demands of being a new father and a business owner without ever having to use pornography to feel better about his lack of rest, his lack of sleep, and the overwhelm of being a new dad with a fledgling business. I'm starting that very same 90-day coaching experience that Mike, Luke, and Daniel enrolled and participated in again. And we begin October 1st. Well, to be more accurate, we begin the first week of October because we do need to onboard some brothers. And it will continue through January 10th. The reason it goes on through January 10th is because I want to help you set up a plan for the new year as well. This is not for everyone. It may not be for you. I am looking for very specific people to join this group. I want to help you win big. by quitting pornography. I want to help you win big by controlling your out-of-control behavior for at least 90 days so that you can feel better about yourself and take back control of your life. So here is the criteria. If, number one, you are at least 90% sure that you are ready to control your sexual behavior for the next 90 days, I want to make this clear. You need to be 90% sure before you reply. We'll get you to about 99%, and by the time you're in the program, you'll be 100% certain. Why? Because if you're only 99% sure, it's only a matter of time before you quit. But for now, listening to this, if you're like, yeah, I have some questions, there's some things I'm concerned about, but 90%, yeah, cool. Number two, you are a business owner. That means you own a very specific type of small business. Or you are an entrepreneur, which means you are a problem solver and you do so in the realm of business, multiple businesses, started a few and so on. If you are a professional, a working professional who's a high performer, which means you are in the top 10% of whatever your career is, mortgage loan broker, a doctor, a dentist, a lawyer, whatever you are. And I'll explain why in a little bit. Number three, if you're willing to commit at least 90 minutes a week for the next 90 days to work on being porn-free. Number four, if you are friendly and coachable. I don't want to talk to any assholes. If you're a friendly person and you are coachable, you're a cool guy. Number five, if you're willing to invest in yourself for your long-term benefit. If you're looking for something free and you're just like, no, I'm going to do free, I don't want to talk to you. Number six, if you want to have fun with myself and the coaches and other members, in all my groups, we have fun. Now, you might find it difficult to imagine that we spend a lot of time laughing and joking about very serious things. We also spend some time crying and getting serious, but the energy people leave with is a light energy because you were able to laugh, maybe not at yourself, but laugh at somebody else's joy, laugh at somebody else's happiness, and sometimes just laugh at the silliness of how we got stuck in this crazy behavior. If you're open to that, yeah, you might be a good fit. And finally, if you are a discreet person, what I mean by that is we have some important people in our groups. Everyone's important. We have people who have shit to lose. Let's just put it like that. We have people that you might recognize, but that doesn't matter. You keep your mouth shut. You don't talk about shit. You're not running to your wife and go like, you won't believe who's in this group, honey. Like, you can just be cool. Then this could be for you. And if that's not you, you can just stop listening. You've listened enough. Like, wait for tomorrow's episode or something. So here's the idea. We're going to work with you for 90 days straight to get you to a place where you are in full control of your sexual behavior. And we are going to help you achieve, here's the thing, whatever goal you tell us you want inside of those 90 days. So your goal could include increased intimacy with your partner. Maybe you even want to lose weight. Maybe you want to sleep better. Maybe you want to get over your porn-induced erectile dysfunction. Maybe you found yourself watching gay porn or trying to act out with transgender individuals. You want to deal with your homosexual obsessive-compulsive behavior. You want to be a better role model to your kids. You want to reduce your stress and anxiety. You want to overcome your procrastination. You just tell us, what is the area of Reboot Capital? What is the issue that you want us to help you with? And we will help you achieve it. While most people are going to be increasing their pornography use over the next 3 months, so just so you know, porn site usage goes up in a crisis or during economic recession. We are in a recession right now. The election month is coming up, and it's going to be a little crazy out there. You're going to see a lot of people slipping. You're going to see a lot of people just barely hanging on. While most men are doing that, we have our own little planet. We have our own ecosystem. Many of our clients are pivoting. They are having breakthroughs. They are having their best months, not just their best months financially or their best months in terms of their sexual control, but their best months in every area of their life ever. While the world burns and while there is a crisis, men within the Porn Reboot system are having an amazing time. They're having their best months ever. I'm going to give you a guarantee of your success just for the end of this year, okay? I truly don't give guarantees. And the reason why I say that is because any successful man knows that there are actually no true guarantees. We just don't have that sort of control over our life. But when it comes to 90 days of our system, I am so eternally confident that I will get you to a point where you can control your behavior, provided, of course, you implement, that I am willing to put my money where my mouth is. So when you enroll in this group, you get into the program that gets you to control your behavior within 90 days. You get my personal guarantee, which is if you follow my system and you do not get control of your behavior, which is the ability to prevent an urge and control the urge using coping strategies given to you within 90 days, I will work with you for free until you do. I'll say it again. If you follow this system and you are unable to control your behavior, that means that you're just like, man, I use you guys' methodologies and I effortlessly still slip anyway, bro. Like, it doesn't matter whatever I do. I effortlessly slip. Your tools are not working for me. I will personally work with you for free until you do get control. If we feel that you're the type of person that we would invite into this program, then we'll discuss the investment on an introductory phone call. We don't accept people into the program without speaking to you verbally first. So if you're afraid of failing and if you slip, I want you to know that I'm going to keep supporting you all through those 90 days. I want you to understand that it is not your fault that you use pornography and you compulsively masturbate the way you do. It's actually just a combination of societal and cultural conditioning. But it is your responsibility to stop right now. I'll be taking new clients over the next 7 days. And when you become one of the new members, I will give you 10 or more years of your life back within 90 days. All you need to do is give me 90 days, and I'm going to put you 1 year ahead. Now, if you are afraid of failing, if you're like, man, this sounds good, but I don't know, man, I don't want to make a mistake, JK. I don't want to feel like a fool. I absolutely get it. If you've noticed, I speak with certainty, and that's because I am certain. I am certain because I overcame this behavior myself, and then I bet everything I had on helping men end their behavior, and year after year, day after day, month after month, I proved it. I proved that the system works. I improved the system anywhere there was uncertainty. I am certain that it works. All you need to do if you're afraid is borrow my certainty, and I will get you there. You won't have to rely on guesswork anymore to quit pornography. You will have a framework that you can follow. Now, you might be wondering, all right, that's nice, man, but how much does this cost? If you're thinking, how much does it cost right now? That's also normal to think about. We'll discuss that if we feel you're a fit, and that's only going to happen on an introductory phone call. The cost of your problem with pornography, it exceeds the cost of this program. You've already been wasting thousands of dollars on lost opportunities and on time every year for many years. You may even be spending money on escorts, on OnlyFans, sugar babies, and you'll continue to waste thousands of dollars a year for many, many more years. You will continue to not make tens of thousands of dollars that you could be making because you will keep your self-esteem low, you will have low focus, you will have a lack of excitement and drive, and you will lose opportunities to pornography. So the question isn't, how much does it cost to quit pornography? The question is, how much does it cost me to not quit pornography? And for most, it's much more expensive not quitting than quitting. And for context, the majority of our current and past 90-day members are 6, 7, and even 8-figure entrepreneurs or employees or top professionals or full-time employees. We have a couple of retirees that have come through our program as well. And that demographic always seems to generate the best results because they often have the most to lose financially from continuing to use pornography and the most to gain financially by quitting porn. So if you are a six-figure entrepreneur or professional, if you are coachable, if you are at least 90% sure that you're ready to quit pornography now, and if you're willing and able to invest in yourself, and if you're a fun person, this opportunity might be for you. We'll be looking to see if you really want this. You have a guarantee that if my methodology doesn't work for you, which is not likely, I am certain about it, you get your investment back. So the question is not, will it work? The question is, will you work? Will you? If you're ready to apply and you want to be one of the clients that works with me for the last 3 months of 2024, below this episode, you will find just one link to an application form. There will be no other links. Go below this, click on that link, and put in your application. And I'll see you on the other side.
I'm JK, your brother in this struggle. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Porn Reboot podcast. I'll speak to you later on in the week. If you found this episode helpful, here are 4 ways I can help you with your out-of-control sexual behavior for free. The first way is to grab a free copy of my book, Confessions of a Porn Addict, 7 Secrets of Porn-Free Men at elevatedrecovery.org, or visit the link in the description below this episode. The second way is, if you're not sure where to start, but you'd like to learn more about my team and I, if you'd like to spend time with like-minded professionals and business owners who are controlling their behavior, then join our free and confidential group, the Porn Reboot Group on Facebook. There's a link to join in the description below this episode. The third way is if you need help right now because you have a burning issue, your behavior with pornography is hurting you mentally or emotionally, you're about to lose your relationship, you want to live up to your potential, be an authentic man, and free yourself from shame, guilt, and underachieving, then click on the link in the description below this episode that says free coaching call. And the fourth way is to leave us a 5-star review if you enjoy this podcast, so that we can reach more men who are struggling in silence and bring back the lessons we learn from coaching them to freedom.